welcome back to Ride Rescue. I have finally got the last pieces to finish this truck. It has taken me a year to find the last two parts that I needed because I was too cheap to pay the ridiculous price that they wanted at the dealership. The door panels in this truck, this one was slightly damaged right here in the corner when the truck was wrecked. If you go back and see the pictures of the side of this truck, the story is this truck was parked when it was wrecked, so none of the airbags went off. So the doors I got were used doors out of Texas. Most of the parts I bought new, other than these two. Well, the door panels, both front and rear, this door panel did not get damaged in the accident. It was the goons that took the truck apart. For some stupid reason, they took the door panels off, the front door and the back door, threw them in the bed. There's no reason to take them off. They totaled this truck. They didn't remove the doors. They didn't do anything to the doors. Why they felt the need to take these off, I'll have no idea. So when they got thrown in the back of the truck, and then they totaled the truck, and they threw a bunch of other parts on top of them, these door panels got all beat up. This door panel, lots of gouges and scratches. Replacement cost for this door panel is just under $2,000. This door panel, because this has the speaker package, 15 speakers, 19 speakers, crazy amount of speakers. It has a little speaker right here in the door. This door panel, $2,500. Crazy. Tax, shipping, everything, $5,000 for door panels. I've been searching for used door panels for a year. Well, the Laramie with the Harman Kardon speaker system, it's not very common. So this speaker in the door panel is not common. So I've been waiting a year to finally find one, and I finally found that front door panel with that speaker. What's ridiculous is that door panel is in good shape. It's not that bad. It's livable. But the idiot that pulled this door panel off, for whatever reason he thought he needed to remove it, he pried this speaker cover off and destroyed it. So this speaker cover basically is $2,500 if you're looking at buying a brand new door panel. Now, since I've been looking for a year before I finally found this one, had I have been in a hurry to flip this truck, I would have had to pay $2,500 for that speaker. But I've been waiting. I finally found one. Came up at a salvage lot, $400. So $400 is reasonable. I got it for $350. By the time we added shipping, taxes, and everything, right back to $400. The rear panel I got for $250. So I'm happy now. I finally have all the parts to get this back together. This is going to be an easy switch to flip these door panels around, but there's no reason for me to show all that. You just pop them off and you pop them on. What I really want to talk about is the noise this truck makes. The steering on this truck, when I turn to the right, it groans. And when I turn to the left, every once in a while, it makes a little groan. That groaning noise sounded like a tire rubbing on a fender well. So I thought, well, maybe the suspension got damaged when it got scraped. So I took it to a frame shop and a four-wheel alignment, and they had everything checked. It was perfect, spot on. Nothing got knocked out of alignment. So from looking at these fender lips, I had both original fender lips. I didn't have to buy new ones. They were just like tightly stuffed. All the damage, like I was saying, was up high. So there really couldn't have been any real force on the suspension or the wheels or the steering, anything that way. So I got online and I started reading about these trucks and this noise. Wow. I don't know if you're watching this video, it might be because you have one of these trucks and yours is making that noise and you're starting to research too. Well, I've been doing a lot of research in the blogs, the forums, the bulletins that have even been released by Ram. That's a major problem. There's a lot of people that have been taking their trucks to the dealer because it's making this noise, and the dealer's saying, I don't hear anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing wrong with it. Send you on your way. I'll take you for a drive. I'll show you what the noise is. And if you're watching and you have one of these trucks and you have a similar noise, then you'll know that noise too. And you'll go, yeah, that's it. And now we'll be able to take this video to the dealer and say, this is the noise and this is when it happens. There's a lot online talking about this truck having the wrong gear lube and the wrong limited slip differential additive. I have a really hard time believing that has anything to do with this steering. A lot of the forums and blogs are talking about that being in the rear end, and the rear end's making noise, especially in the heavy duty trucks, the 2500s, the 3500s. They're getting a lot of noise in the rear end. It's a similar sound. This is in the front end. It's so obvious. And when you're turning the steering wheel, you feel it in the steering wheel. A lot of the forums were saying that it's only happening on the 2019. So it's isolated to this particular model. And it's not just the 2019. The 2020 has the same issue. Once you get over this certain mileage point of about 25,000 miles, this one started doing it at about 25. Most people say 25 to 27. Well, guess what? The brand new 21s are doing the same thing. So it's a common problem with this generation truck and the 1500s. The forums are blowing up. The blogs are blowing up. Everybody's asking for, you got a new rack and pinion. Did it work? The rack isn't fixed. It's not the rack. It's something else. It appears to me that it's in the steering column. It's goofy, but I think it has something to do with the lane assist. When I'm going down the road and I have the lane assist turned on and I start to cross the middle line, it pulls back. If I start to cross the shoulder line, it pulls back. It gives you a little nudge. How does that work? What is that? Is that in the steering column? Is it in the rack? Where is that mechanism that guides you, that pushes you? And is that what's moaning? There's a lot of questions there, and it sounds like Ram doesn't know how to answer those questions. So let's take this for a drive. We'll set up some cameras. We'll set up a camera so that you see the steering wheel and the dash cluster, the gauge, so you can see what the speed is. You'll be able to say, hey, that's the same noise I have. Or no, my noise is a little bit different. Maybe my noise is in the rear end. I'm going to drive the truck around a little bit and get it warmed up and get it to start making that noise, and then hopefully you'll be able to pick it up in the cameras and in the sound quality. Doesn't do it as often when I'm going to the left. Now that was in a different position that time. So it's not appearing that it's always in that same 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock position like I thought. I'm wondering if I'm turning so much now here in a parking lot. Well, scratch that. I was about to say, maybe it's warming up and it's going to stop doing it. But that was a good one. All right. Now I'm going to get on the freeway at a higher speed. Yeah, that was a good one. As I started to say, I can get on the freeway now, and there's an on-ramp that's just down the street from here that I can get on at a fairly good speed. Okay, 35. It should start moaning about now. I'm going 34, 35 miles an hour. And on a tight bend like that, that's what's got me concerned is, am I going to lose my steering on a turn like that and go into a block wall? Okay, Ram owners, now let's talk about resale. My truck has a salvage title, a branded title. So my truck, after I had finished it, it was worth about $40,000, $45,000. There's a few in my area that are salvage titles similar to mine, and that's what their asking prices are. But with this noise, could I sell it? Not very likely. Anybody that'd be interested in my truck, take it for a test drive and hear that noise, nobody's going to buy this truck. So what do? Trade it in? Not a lot of dealers will take a salvage title trade in. And even if I did find a dealer, is that really the right thing to do? And just pawn off this problem on somebody else? Yeah, most likely a dealer would take it for a drive, hear that noise, and there goes the value. As this occurs on more and more trucks, what's it going to do to the overall value of Ram trucks? What about the repair price? If and when they do finally come up with a fix, are these going to be out of warranty? It scares me to think this could end up being a several $1,000 repair and it's out of warranty.